What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Majestic here. I hope you guys had a wonderful week and hope you guys have a wonderful weekend as well. And today I really wanted to get in front of a microphone and talk. Also, my TV blew up about an hour ago. Hopefully I don't think it's blown up. I think it's just the black screen. So I'm leaving it unplugged for 24 hours and plug it up tomorrow, and hopefully it's back up and I can start recording videos as fast as possible. But in the meantime, I definitely want to talk about Season 3 For Honor. You guys actually wanted me to come back to Season 3, and I wanted to come back for Season 3 as well, because I did have a lot of issues with For Honor, and I quit playing it for about a month or so, and also Injustice 2 came out and Tekken 7. So I was putting a lot of time into those games, which I will have reviews coming up very soon, guys, I promise. But I've been putting a lot of hours into Tekken 7 and Injustice 2, which I have plenty of videos to get uploaded for you guys within the next few days, and some Starfire content and stuff like that. But you guys really wanted me to come back to For Honor. I told you guys for Season 3 that there had to be some huge changes for me to come back and play it, and also that the community was just very toxic, and I just didn't want to get involved in that. You know, my accounts already got reported twice for Honor, without even doing anything. It's like communication bans without actually saying anything. And I've called Microsoft about it twice, and I've put in appeals for both times. And this is the third time now, which I didn't say anything this time because my chat's completely off. I can't actually say or do anything. And I still got a communication ban, which is really weird. The community is just very toxic. But Season 3 has a lot of changes that I'm very hopeful for, and I want to go over those a little bit today because I'm super excited, but I'm super nervous as well. And you guys like how I break things down. You guys say that I have like a very descriptive imagination. I have like a very good passion about talking about things that I enjoy and breaking those down for you guys to understand. And I do enjoy breaking things down. I love talking about fighting games. I can do it all day. It's just like a huge passion of mine. It always will be. And I always think that shit's just fascinating, just to see how things are broken down and how things work. I always thought that concept is just very cool. And For Honor, breaking down things and understanding things is a huge part of that game, just because, you know, it just depends on it. But for Season 3, we have some changes. I'm going to go over 3 major changes really quick that I saw. I will go over some little changes throughout this video. I'm not trying to keep this video like super long and bore you guys to death, but I will give you guys just some minor or some huge changes that I noticed that are going to change the game completely, and then some minor changes from characters and things like that from here on out. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, of course, we have the new characters, and I'm just going to go ahead and start with the meat of the characters. We have the Highlander, which is a Viking like tank class, and then we have the Gladiator, which is a Knight Harasser, like an assassin class for knights. And just looking at them from both trailers and actually seeing how they play, or just seeing just a little bit of them, there's some information out. We haven't really got a full breakdown of them besides the 2 trailers that we got, and you can't really see much. You can see enough to kind of tell what's going on, but not really enough to kind of like fulfill you. It's kind of like a little snack. But just reading up on Highlander, has one of the heaviest swords in the game, which is really cool. So he's going to be throwing out some beefy attacks. Just by the look of the sword, I can tell that he's going to have some meaty ass attacks. The only problem is that I noticed about Highlander, and this is a big thing that's going on the Reddit forums. It's actually all over. You know, some huge YouTubers that play For Honor are covering this as well. Bass Phoenix, I know, mentioned it in one of his videos. But the huge thing is that Highlander can't block. Now this leads to 2 different things. One of these can be really good, and one of these can be really bad. Now what I mean by that is, I'm going to start with the really good one first. If Highlander can't block, that means that his parry, he probably has a parry or some sort of perfect guard or deflect of some sort. Where he's bigger, I don't think he'd have a deflect, just because those are more for assassin classes. But I mean, Valkyrie's a hybrid and she has a deflect, so you know, who knows. But he's going to have some kind of like superior guard or superior deflect, whatever, or parry. He's going to have a huge reward from that. So it's going to be like a super high risk, but it's going to have a very good reward, which is really cool. That means he's going to kind of be like a Shinobi type character, where when you get parries and deflects, you get heavily rewarded for that. And that would be really cool because it's going to take a lot of skill to play that character. He's not going to be somebody out here just throwing, you know, elbows and shit. Or the bad news is he could be that type of character. The fact that he can't block, he might be a Satyrian clone, but like 30 times worse, which means a whole lot of unblockables. We know that he has two stances, an offensive mode and a defensive mode, so I don't know, man. If he has a bunch of unblockables, that shit's going to be kind of crazy. We already know that people hate Centurion. Even though people know how to fight him now, he's still a threat. Like, a good Centurion player is still a nightmare to fight against. So, I don't know. That's really cool. Gladiator, we know that he's a harasser. He's meant to bully your opponents and kind of distract your opponent. So the best thing I can think of for that, to annoy the shit out of somebody, would be kind of like a Nobushi character, kind of keeping your distance and kind of playing steadily, which I'm all about that. I'm starting to like Nobushi and main Nobushi a lot. So I'm really cool with that. Patience and harassing. He looks really cool. I wish they would have gave him a net, but I was watching the dev stream and they said that they thought about giving him a net, but it'd be too OP, which I could see why. Probably like pulling people in and tripping people. We'd have like a Valkyrie times 8, and nobody really wants that on their conscience. So for the characters, I think Ubisoft did a huge job. I think the two new characters are hopefully not highly broken, but they do look really cool, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun to play. So that's a good thing. The next thing I want to talk about, which is the hugest thing, that the main reason why I'm coming back, and that is dedicated servers. I told you guys in my review of For Honor, which you can watch on the Casual Reviews channel, and I also told you guys why I quit playing For Honor. One of the main reasons is dedicated servers, or I'm sorry, not dedicated servers, peer-to-peer servers. Why For Honor decided to take that approach, I have no fucking clue. Till this day, I will never understand it. We haven't used dedicated servers in almost 10 years. I told you guys a long time ago, actually, when I made that video, the last time I think I played on a peer-to-peer server, not dedicated, sorry, a peer-to-peer server, was probably Gears 2 when I was in like my sophomore, junior year of high school. So it's been a while. It's been like 10 years. I'm 23 now, so it's been a while. That's just crazy, having Siege and Siege doing so well and having such a huge community, and like an elite competitive community side to it. I don't know why For Honor decided to take that route, and I don't think I ever will. But we have dedicated servers now, so that's awesome. That's going to bring a lot of people back. A lot of people quit playing because they just couldn't get into a game. They would start up the game, and they would just put it down. I actually have a friend of mine who I play PS4 with, who I play Dark Souls with, named Awitty, who got For Honor the first day, and he couldn't even play it, so he had to take it back because he just could not play it. So dedicated servers not only will keep players back, but it'll also bring people who played it, back, who haven't played it for, so many months or so many years, whatever, they'll come back to play the game, which is cool. I think that's a huge issue. That was one of the main things that everybody bitched about. Now that it's there, there's not really anything to complain about. Another thing that I want to talk about, which is another huge thing, and I don't really know how I feel about it yet. I've seen the video and I've seen how characters play, and I don't know if it's going to be a huge good change. It looks really cool, but it just depends on how you guys play. It just depends on the character that you play, and that is the new defense meta. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. If you guys really want to see more about this and see this broken down into like a full scientific standpoint, like, what's going to happen to every single fucking character, you can actually go check out a YouTuber named Neej. He actually played on the new defense meta and actually tried out the new perks and things like that. And he breaks down every single character in full detail about what's safe on block now, what flickers, is this parryable, do you get a free light after this parry? I mean, he breaks it down to the most scientific detail that you possibly can for each character. I mean, he put hours and hours of time into that. So definitely go check that video out on his channel. But basically, the new defense meta is kind of cool. Like I said, I can't really break it down, but basically, they're trying to obsolete parrying. They're not trying to like obsolete it. They're basically trying to make it not as frequent or not as rewarding for most characters. Basically, like if you do a parry, the best way I can explain it is most characters usually get a parry and they get a free heavy or a free guard break. After that, completely cancels. Unless your character has some sort of deflect or some sort of counter that goes into a guard break. Like for instance, I play Zerker, so my deflect basically gives me a free guard break. And it was completely useless during the first 2 seasons of For Honor, just because I could parry and still get a guard break. So it doesn't really matter whether I deflect or parry, I still get free damage. Now I just have to result on deflect, which doesn't matter because I prefer to do deflect. And anyway, it basically just makes characters' moves more relevant. Another way to explain this in like not a huge detail, Valkyrie mains out there. If you guys know how Valkyrie is, her fucking deflect used to basically cause bleed damage, but nobody ever used it because if you did deflect and you stabbed, it only hit to the right side. Now it does stack damage and it also does bleed damage. So that, like I said, it just really depends on your character. Like some characters are going to do really well against this defensive meta, some characters are not. But I think it's a cool, maybe when it starts and it comes out and everybody starts playing it, maybe I'll have more feel for it. But I think it's cool that they're making it more competitive. I think it's a good idea so far. So I'm not going to tell you guys like, oh, I'm all for it, because I don't know yet. I haven't played the new defense meta, but on paper and on video, it looks cool. That's all I'm going to say. So hopefully I'll give you guys a further update later on when I actually get a chance to play it within the next, 3 days. But as of right now, the defense meta is cool. Another thing that I do want to confirm about the defense meta and what I really do like about it is the fact that we have chip damage now. So it's kind of making people, you can't sit back and turtle. These Lawbringers can't sit back and push all day. Conquerors can't leave their shield up all day. Warlords can't sit there and shield bash all day. Like, they have to open up. So chip damage is definitely going to cause some huge changes in how people play, because everybody can't be as defensive. They have to throw out parries or dodge. So that's cool. Like I said, it sounds good. It looks good. Hopefully it is good. But that's just the 3 major things I wanted to talk about. The new characters look sick, the new defensive meta that's coming, and of course the new dedicated servers. Now there are some small changes. We're also getting some new game modes, which is another thing I talked about in my video. Why I quit playing For Honor. There's just not enough game modes that require gear. Now we are getting some new game modes. There hasn't been much information on the new game modes, I don't think. I haven't really speculated it, but I'm really excited for it. If you guys know what the game modes are, please leave in the comment section and let me know. Once again, I do not report For Honor news. I'm just telling you guys my opinion so far. But if you guys know what they are, please let me know. Like I said, and do they sound cool? What are they, like capture the flag? I really wanted to capture the flag game mode like King of the Hill for Honor. I think that'd be really cool to have 4 people just fucking slugging it out for one objective. I also said, something like, not just be King of the Hill, like maybe more deathmatch modes that don't require gear, like Dominion or something like that. And I know you guys are like, well, Dominion's technically King of the Hill. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say it's King of the Hill, but maybe like something, I don't know, they could do more to where, I don't really know where I'm going with that, but you know what I mean, just more game modes in anything, like kind of like a Gears of War Annex mode where the hill just moves. It's one hill, but it moves to like 5 different spots. There's not 3 just hills. You have to take each point. I'm talking about like there's one point, you motherfuckers go in there, dive in, attack each other with full force. The strongest team takes the point, and then you respawn and come to try to take the point again. Kind of like Annex and Gears, King of the Hill, whatever. So that's cool that we have new game modes. But anyway, these are just my personal thoughts. These are the 3 main things that are coming to For Honor and how I feel about them. I think they're all amazing changes, and I think it is definitely what For Honor needs. I hate that it took the dev 3 seasons. I've been with For Honor for 3 seasons. I played a lot of Season 2 and a lot of Season 1. I have almost like 40 videos of For Honor up. I love the game, I do, and I always told you guys that I had really high hopes for this game, and I know that For Honor can be more than what it is. I said that since day one, like, this game has to do more. It can be more. And the devs listened. They did, and they fucking got on the ball and like, you know what? This game, it can do more. Siege is over here killing it. We have to step our shit up, and they did. So Ubisoft gets a fucking S in my book, not even an A. We're gonna go up to S rank. I think that's awesome. But please leave in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think Season 3 is what For Honor needs? Do you not give a shit? You think the game is completely dead and you just don't want nothing to do with it? Please, negative and positive, please leave in the comment section what you guys think. Also, leave a thumbs up for this video. It does help me out. Leave a thumbs down, say fuck you Majestic. Either way, it still helps me out, up or down. Once again, thank you guys so much for the love and support, and I'll see you guys for more videos hopefully very soon. Peace.